Ghoulish greetings and spooky salutations, internet friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the First Time Film Club. My name is Emily, your titular first timer. This is Matthew, my husband, Cinema Sherpa, and viewer submitted title, Gorefest Guru.
Oh.
Yes. That one was submitted by Hawk Skull. Thank you so much for that.
I likes.
I likes. Pippin, did you like? Okay, well. This is our cat Pippin. He likes to hang out here sometimes, and then sometimes he hangs out on the floor. So if he disappears, that's where he went. For those of you joining us for the first time, welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well. What we are doing here is watching our way through a very long list of movies that typically I've never seen, but that Matthew has. Matthew, my dear heart, what are we watching today?
Today we are watching our Patreon poll winner for the first movie of October Halloween Spookfest. The 1968 horror classic Night of the Living Dead. And as per usual, I give you the year, genre, and title. You go in, whatever you already know. We watch the movie, then we review it. So, what do you know about Night of the Living Dead?
I know that this is a zombie movie. That's why I wore my cool zombie shirt. It's got zombies being directed by Dracula, who's riding a T-Rex. And also there's pterodactyls and alien invasions. It's got all the things.
It does. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a zombie movie, and it was made in the late 60s.
Mm-hmm.
George Romero. That's what I said. The end.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
I thought, okay.
I mean, it's a zombie movie.
Well, all right then. Actually, there's two things before we watch the movie. This is the first movie of October for us to start our Halloween horror fest.
Mm-hmm.
But we know not everybody likes horror movies, so there will still be some movies that we do that are not horror or Halloween themed for those folks throughout the month.
We'll diversify our portfolio a bit.
It's not going to be all horror all the time through the month of October.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing is you may see me on my phone during the movie. That's because I'm taking notes on things to talk about afterwards. And with those two things being said, I'm ready to watch.
Let's go.
Okay.
There's a zombie. Oh. Right into it. Okay. This was shot in 68?
Yeah.
Seems older than that. Maybe that's the vibe he was going for. Cemetery entrance. Don't want to go up that road there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problem.
Well, there's no one around.
Well, it's late. If you'd gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I already lost an hour's sleep on the...
You could say that place is really dead.
Just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
Lame.
Sorry.
Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said, "Boy, you be damned to hell."
Johnny.
You're still afraid. They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of here.
Johnny.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no!
Uh-oh. Look what you've done, Johnny.
Help me!
Johnny didn't know how right he was.
Johnny! Kick him, you dummy. Oh, Johnny did. Every time. Mm-hmm. Oh, we got intelligent zombies. Uh-oh. Oh, hell, Barbara, pay attention.
She's got a zombie chasing her, all right?
Oh. Yeah! Damn it.
Did it get you?
A little bit. Uh-oh. There's more. Oh, hey! Alright. Daniel! Come help me get this lady! Sorry, that's what... Well, I mean, I don't know. I'd head up there. That dead guy ain't gonna hurt you.
As far as you know.
Don't worry about him. I can handle him. Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us. This pump out here is locked. Is there a key? We can try to get out of here if we can get some gas. Is there a key? Do you live here?
I think old girl is broke. Okay.
She's just a little in shock.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My dude, I think you need something with a little bit more reach, you know?
He's doing fine.
He's doing fine. I just am nervous for him. And this one's just worthless. Come on. My man was over there struggling and you couldn't even hand him the tire iron.
Name's Barbara. Put some respect on her name.
I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too. But we have to try to board the house up together. Now I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand? Okay? Okay?
You got way more patience than I do, my dude. I had an airplane slapped old girl a couple times by now. Pull it together! We're in a crisis! Yes, by all means. Let's play music. Let's attract more of them to us. Oh, Barbara. Oh, Barbara.
Okay, she's been through a traumatic experience.
So has he!
And people react differently.
Fair enough. This is how I react.
You don't know how you would react if you were in this situation.
Fair enough.
You could be worse than Barbara.
I'd like to think I wouldn't be.
I don't know. I've seen you in, like, haunted houses and horror houses.
And I punch. I punch people, okay? That is my reaction.
Yes, you close your eyes and wildly swing.
Yes. It's a good strategy. This bitch brought kindling.
I said go look by the fireplace.
You know a place back down the road called Beekman's Diner? That's where I found that truck I have out there. And a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road. 10, 15 of those things chasing after it. Ripped over a gas pump and never stopped moving. By now it's like a moving bonfire. Didn't know if the truck was going to explode or what. Still hear the man screaming. 50 or 60 of those things just standing there. I started to drive. I just plowed right through them. Just stood there staring at me.
We were riding in the cemetery, Johnny and me. And then this man started walking up the road. And he grabbed me! And he ripped at me! Johnny, help me! Oh, help me! I ran. And Johnny...
Look, don't you know what's going on out there? This is no Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother is alone!
Your brother is dead.
No! My brother is not dead!
He's as good as dead. If he ain't. Yep, there we go. I just don't care for this trope. You know, the woe is me damsel flight.
Hysteric.
Yes.
Of a family of 7 in their rural home near Gulfport, Virginia. Since then, reports medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder. Just
Hold it! Don't shoot! We're from town.
How long you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
Is it?
You didn't hear the racket?
Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
Yeah, let's go into a corner.
Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Yeah.
You two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens.
Bye.
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10 out there now.
It's more than there were. There are a lot out back, too.
Ah!
Still got it, George.
I knew it was coming. I saw the window.
You didn't know.
Get from here, Zambers. Ew. Now I'm curious what that was. Like potted meat molded into the shape of a hand. Zombie's kind of cute. Yeah, fire off some more shots. You guys are doing great. Oh, naked. That's a booty.
A zombooty.
I'm proud of you.
You shouldn't be.
No.
Don't applaud that.
No, applaud.
Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you.
Boom.
It is tough for the kid that her old man is so stupid.
I love Ben.
You can be the boss down.
Well, we're safe now.
You fool.
We'll see who's right. We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right, everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Well, she is over it. She is over it.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people for us to tell us what to do. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon?
Mr. Cooper, there's found a television set upstairs.
Medical examinations of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been partially devoured.
I feel like that's just a hole. And the guy's actually just like behind there, forced perspective kind of.
It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. Why are space experts being consulted about an Earthbound emergency? The recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation. Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering?
The body should be disposed of at once, preferably by cremation. The bodies must be carried to the street and burned.
I need you to find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? We need some bottles or jars. Make Molotov cocktails to hold them off while we try to escape.
Smart.
There's a big can of kerosene down there.
Hell yeah.
Tom, you and I will have to unboard this
Tom,
door.
okay.
After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly.
How many do we have done? Come on, honey, we gotta move.
Are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What, about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
But we're safe in here.
For how long, honey?
I know all that.
So you just bitching?
I'm going with him.
Get back in the cellar.
I'm going.
It's too late.
Bye, bitch. That's a bold move.
Worked.
Watch the torch!
Gotta get away from the pump. Hang on.
Now, turn your cars and get out of the truck!
Let's get out of here. Come on, come on.
My jacket's gone.
Well, that was a comedy of errors.
Coming in! Cooper! Cooper!
Yep. Barbecue. Oh man, I bet that blew people's mind back in the day. I don't love that. Ugh.
You say those things turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You're gonna carry that child a mile?
What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
One of those things grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm. She can't walk. She's too weak.
Oh, she'll be walking soon. Don't worry none about that.
All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. Ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head.
If you had a gun, shoot him in the head. That's a sure way to kill him. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat him or burn him. They go up pretty easy.
Got this figured out.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
The chief is my favorite character.
Well...
Go ahead. You want to stay up here now? Helen, get this.
Oh, Lord. Oh, damn, my boy. We'll see you, Helen.
Get away from the door, Helen.
Yep.
Karen?
Oh, okay, they using tools now? Okay.
Yeah, they had rocks, clubs.
Yeah. You guys, it's time to exit. Stage left. Come on. Oh no! Hey, grab them keys!
I'm coming to get you, Barbara.
Oh, Barbara, shoot, Barbara, you gone. You real gone. Well, hell. Come on now, punch that kid. Yee! Oh no, that's not safe. Ben, I thought you were smarter than this. There you go. Now, don't. Ben, God.
Triple tap.
Stupid. Like, you saw old girl dead. Like, okay, there you go. Put it together. Oh, he gonna get saved by the rednecks. It's all good.
I only need a few men to check out the house.
Please holler. Please say hello. Please don't get shot. Just because, like, you happen to be walking around.
Let's go check out the house. There's something there. I heard a noise. All right, Vince. Hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. Come directly ahead. Over. Here comes the
Okay.
Back off of those things.
Okay, so that was Night of the Living Dead. Overall thoughts?
Okay, before I get into my thoughts, I need you to do... We're going to do something a little bit different.
Oh.
I know that this is like a well-known movie. This was the poll winner, so obviously people... Something, this movie. Sell me on this movie. Give me the elevator pitch. Why is it famous?
It came out in 1968.
Okay.
At the time, it got a lot of criticism for the amount of gore it had in it.
Okay.
Like, by today's standards, very tame.
Very tame, yeah. But at the time, body parts. Okay.
Yeah, at the time, before this, movies had to go by what was called the Hays Code.
Okay.
Which was very strict on what could be shown.
I'm sorry, wait. When was Psycho released?
1960.
Oh, hi, Pippin.
Hey, buddy.
Says, I heard y'all talking about Hitchcock. What's up? Okay. All right. I'm just kind of getting my timeline in my head. Okay. So Hays.
Yeah, it was very strict on what could be shown, like as far as violence, gore, sexual situations, all that. So this was right after the Hays Code, and it was right before the movie association rating system came out.
Gotcha.
So this is one of the last movies that came out that didn't have a rating.
Okay.
Which also meant anybody could go in the movie and watch this, so kids could just walk in and start watching.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And yeah, so this was very shocking at the time. Mm-hmm. One of the main reasons I think it has stayed famous, well, one, it was the creation of a lot of the zombie tropes.
Okay.
And one of the reasons I think it has stayed famous, stayed in the zeitgeist, is mainly because of that ending. And mainly because
it was shocking and super unexpected.
Yeah.
At the time, anyways.
Basically, when shit hit the fan and panic set in, all the best laid plans went to waste.
So I think my biggest gripe with this movie is that I felt that and to your point, best laid plans, panic. I think that's what I'm not factoring in here, is the sheer panic that would be that situation, okay? Because in my mind, I was like, Ben is smarter than this. Ben would know to call out and be like, help, I'm a person here.
Yeah, he establishes himself very early on as
intelligent, had a grasp on the situation. He dealt with, he told his story, right? He did a full exposition dump of how he managed to make it out of that terrible situation, but he kept his head.
And yeah, he's the one that has the plan, boarding up the house, he's doing all the work.
And makes a good argument about cellar versus upstairs.
Oh yeah, I totally would have been on Ben's side.
Yes, don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with the ending. I enjoyed the ending. I don't enjoy the reasoning behind it. Because I felt like about 2/3 of the way through the movie, they were just Ben's entire character build. Let's just make him make bad mistakes, bad choices. It did not make any sense to me. And I guess, again, panic, zombie.
Yeah, the way I see it is that after what happened with Tom and Judy in the truck and the plan would get the gas and all that, after that whole tragic thing and they blew up, basically, I think Ben started second guessing himself.
Maybe, yeah. That's my biggest thing, is that Ben's character seemed to be like everything that they had built seemed, in my opinion, to just kind of be thrown out the window.
Yes and no. I will agree with you on the part about him calling out. I feel like they had him not call out just so they could have that ending.
Exactly, yeah. They're just like,
I feel like even though after everything that happened, once he had heard like the dogs and the gunshots,
and the other
he would
people
have screamed.
Yeah.
He would have done something then.
Yeah.
But I feel like he didn't, just for that shocking ending.
That's probably my biggest issue. The other issue is that this is a slow burn. Y'all know I'm not like a huge fan of slow burns. There was a lot of silent moments. There was a lot of, like, in my opinion, unnecessary exposition. Y'all, we watched a lot of television and listened to a lot of radio. And again, I think I'm a product of my time, and I am spoiled on the zombie movies that I have seen, basically being like a newspaper that's like, zombie outbreak caused by virulent fish rabies. I don't know.
Well, we may watch the remake of this and see what you think of it.
Okay. I think that this was designed to be a different kind of horror. Like you said, like it was shocking because of the things that they had never seen before, and because of like the ending. And I have been subjected to so many more gruesome things that I'm desensitized to that, so I can't appreciate this movie the way it should be.
I understand. All that being said, though, without this movie, you probably wouldn't have the zombie movies of today.
I understand and appreciate the predecessors of the things that I enjoy. On that same note, and this is still today a thing I cannot abide by in horror movies.
Okay.
Hysteric female characters. Flopping around and like landing against the doors and like looking back, and I get it, it's a movie, you're trying to make it dramatic or whatever. That whole trope, even up until today, like I struggle with that. I can't see anything in that other than I'm annoyed by it, and it is just like hilarious. Like it's one of the two.
A lot of people who don't like horror movies, that's one of the things they can't look past either. It's the tropes.
Yeah. This movie in particular put a lot of emphasis on that. Like, we stayed with Barbara for a minute, and I was like, we gotta go. All right, now that's all my bitching out of the way. Let me tell you about the things I enjoyed.
Yeah, go ahead.
Up until near the end, I loved Ben. I loved his character. I loved his exposition was the only one that I enjoyed. Was him telling kind of like his story about...
Yeah, when he was talking about getting the truck from the gas station and everything,
I was in it.
I was very invested.
Mr. Cooper did a great job of being the...
antagonist?
Yes, the sniveling coward.
Human antagonist inside the house.
Yeah. Judy? Man, oh boy, you... Shit. Anyways, that's all I'm gonna say. Like some people in zombie movies deserve to die, you know? Judy was one of those. Poor Tom.
I don't know if she deserved to die, but she definitely...
She didn't do it. So that's the issue that I have, is the lack of self-preservation.
I got you.
I just can't believe that being in that kind of situation, that you would just sit there and dreamily look over and fiddle about with a pair of scissors when you should be making Molotov cocktails.
When Tom's like, we gotta go. Bitch,
you got to get your ass in gear. We are going to die. Sorry, come back to look what I like. Some of the shots that were used I thought were really neat. I enjoyed that it was in black and white. I don't know that I would enjoy it in color.
There is a colorized version of it.
I actually saw that when I was pulling up the video. It gave me a choice between the two. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not the original, so no, we won't watch that. I liked the overall aesthetic of the zombies. I liked that they weren't super goopy, but they were kind of it cast reasonable doubt on whether or not they were dead. So I kind of got the hesitancy in the beginning.
This person may be an actual person, or they may be a ghoul, as the movie refers to him as.
Yes. And I appreciate the slow walking, you know, like this is because, you know, especially newer movies, they've got some of them zombies real fast. So I do appreciate. I'm gonna go back to a gripe.
Oh boy, here we go.
I have an issue with the daughter
Picking
stabbing.
Up the trowel.
Yeah, like I can get if you're trying, like you're a zombie, you're trying to get into your food, like using whatever to get through the door.
The zombie in the beginning that picked up a rock to break the window to get to Barbara, that's you're cool with.
Yeah.
But picking up a weapon to use it as like a murder weapon.
Because I see zombies as like, once they get to the person, they're trying to get some nom-nom. That kid stabbed her like 43 times and then walked away. I was like, why ain't you eating? You just had a little nibble off your old man. Come on, kid. I don't know. I know I'm nitpicking, y'all. I know that I'm so wound up over this movie and I don't know why.
Go on.
I mean, I think I'm done. What notes do you have?
So this was directed by George Romero.
Okay.
This was his feature film debut.
Okay.
This is one of like the most profitable independent movies ever made.
Really?
Yes. It was made for around $114,000 at the time in '68, which I saw would be the equivalent to about $950,000 today. And it grossed approximately $30 million then.
Oh, wow.
Which would be close to $250 million today.
Damn. Okay.
So it was, like I said, this was like nothing people had ever seen before.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing is they shot this on 35 millimeter film, but they only had equipment to edit on 16 millimeter. So they had to transfer it all over. And they only had a very finite amount to film, like it was very low budget. So most of the time there was only time for one take. And like there was no way to look at it. Just like there's no dailies.
Like, hope this goes. Yeah.
It's like, I hope it was in focus. I hope everybody's in frame. Like,
it's a bold strategy, Cotton.
It paid off. When the zombies were eating poor Tom and Judy after burning in the truck, said they were eating barbecue. Actually, the zombies were eating ham covered in chocolate sauce.
Ew.
Yeah, and one of the producers, I think, joked about how we don't even need to put makeup on them because they look sick.
Yeah,
they were so nauseated they looked like zombies.
That seems so mean. Put some runny barbecue sauce on that. It's the same color as chocolate. It's gonna pick up the same in black and white.
I don't know.
Cruel and unusual. That's what that is.
Oh, and there were brainstorming ideas for like what the ghouls would do. Like they wanted something really shocking, and that's how they came to cannibalism, like eating flesh, because that wasn't a thing before.
Yeah, I mean it's
that's why it was very shocking.
It's not great, y'all. Fun fact: cannibalism's bad. All right.
Oh, that house they filmed in, it was loaned to them by a homeowner who was going to have it demolished anyway.
Oh.
And that's George Romero jokingly said, well, we'll do that for you. But they had to do a lot of work to like clean it up and like make it look like it was livable. Another of the like effects of having a low budget is a lot of the things and stuff were done by George Romero himself or producers, or like the body upstairs, like that was George. He did that, created the like zombified body.
You did a good job. I'm proud of you.
Another product of ingenuity by George Romero, the scene where they're in the cemetery, they took them 2 days to shoot, and over those 2 days somebody, when they weren't filming, wrecked the car, and that's why that huge dent is in it. So George Romero rewrote the scene to have it stop by a tree and crash into it.
Oh, okay. All right. It's okay. All right. Smart. I like it.
One thing about that house, though, it did not have a cellar in it. So all of the scenes in the cellar, they actually shot in the basement of their editing studio.
Oh, okay.
Towards the end there, whenever the house is getting overrun and everybody's gone except for Ben, the daughter sneaks up behind him and grabs him. Yeah, George Romero didn't tell Ben that was going to happen, so that was a genuine reaction
He's lucky. It's lucky.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about the.
kid.
I don't know about the throw, but just whenever she walked up behind him and grabbed him, and he like freaked out and turned around and saw a child zombie, that was a genuine reaction.
Let me tell you. I'd have punched that kid. Friends of ours know not to scare me. Like it's a well-known fact at this point. You will get punched in the face.
Yes, literally did happen. But he was warned.
He was warned.
I guess the only other thing I still see people debating about to this day, if you like read message boards or anything like that, there's a debate over Ben's plan versus Cooper's plan. Should they have just gotten a cellar and waited? Because at the end, the people did show up.
Yeah.
And because Ben's plan didn't work out.
I'm still on Plan Ben, man. If for no other reason than Cooper was just an asshat, and I don't want to be associated with asshats. It's the same concept as The Mist, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if they just would have hunkered down, it'd have been alright. But you try something because you can't see the future. So,
yeah. In
my mind, I think I'm always going to try and actively save myself. That's
self-preservation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would have been on Ben's side because staying upstairs and being able to look out the window to see what's going on. Also, the same reason Tom mentioned, you know, if you're down in the cellar and they get in, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So at least up here, you have escapes.
So see, that's my biggest gripe with going to the cellar at all. Because I'm like, go upstairs, lead all of the zombies inside, and then jump out the fucking window and run. They're slow moving, y'all.
Again, this is the first time they're dealing with these things.
I get it. They don't have literally decades of quote-unquote experience with zombies.
As you do.
As I do. I don't know if you guys are aware.
Trained zombie hunter.
I am a consummate zombie professional. I think it depends on what kind of zombie we're talking about.
Okay.
If we're talking slow moving, I'm good. I'm golden.
Oh, you think so?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
If we're talking like Train to Busan, no, I'm gonna be dead. You know I don't like cardio. They're gonna catch me real fast.
But yeah, I think covered pretty much everything from notes and general discussion. So you want to give it a rating?
Yeah.
I am super curious to hear this.
Sometimes, as soon as we finish a movie, my initial reaction of what I think I'm going to rate it will change based on the conversations that we have. This did not.
Oh.
This is a 5 for me. I really didn't enjoy this. I appreciate what it is and what it spawned.
You appreciate it for what it created.
Thanks for existing.
The historical.
Exactly. Nah, this one weren't for me, y'all. I'm so sorry. Tell me how I'm wrong, or tell me why I'm right. How do you agree with me? But what would you rate it?
7.
Really?
Yeah.
That's high for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I guess because I know more of what went on behind the scenes and like how quickly they shot it, like how small the budget was, how it's like guerrilla movie making.
Yeah. Listen, I can appreciate all of the parts. I just don't appreciate the sum of it.
I got you.
Pippin. He said, what would you rate it? He says 10 beans. I'm sorry, what? 10 zombies. Okay.
Oh.
I see. Thank you for that clarification. Okay. Again, I'm sorry.
See, no, you shouldn't have to apologize just for your opinion on a movie. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
I shouldn't, but
not everybody's gonna like everything, and like I said, it's totally fine.
It's totally fine, y'all. It's totally fine. But I think that's gonna be it. You guys let me know in the comments. How wrong am I? What's your opinion based on how I reacted to this? What zombie movies would you suggest that I watch? I thoroughly enjoyed Train to Busan, which we actually have that reaction on the channel. What would you rate this one? Do you have any fun behind the scenes info that maybe Matthew missed? If you liked the video, please make sure to like the video. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. And unless you have anything else,
I think I'm good.
Okay, Pippin's already gone back to sleep. You guys take care. We will see you next time with another first time. Bye.